Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of our 5-day race to claim the most train stations in Taiwan. Right now, we're halfway through the game and most of the map has already filled up. Ben and Adam spread their territory pretty thin, heading in a loop around the island, while Mike and I have spent most of the game up north fortifying the area around Taipei. This could end up being a problem for Ben and Adam, who are currently heading north on the isolated East Coast line. If they don't have enough chips to break past our big wall around Taipei once they reach the top of that line, they might be forced to retreat and waste hours heading backwards before they can find anything new to claim. Knowing that they need to go big, Ben and Adam just bet a lot on a call your shot challenge in Yuli at the end of the last episode. If they can pull it off, it might be enough to break into our territory, but they're taking a big risk. If they fail, there's almost no way for them to get the chips that they need anywhere else on this line. So, let's see what happens.
All right, Ben. Well, I've realized that the train that we want to get out of here leaves in like 40 minutes, and we're pretty far from the station, so I think we got to try to do this fast.
Okay, we're coming up on the continental divide here.
I will say that it is quite windy. The wind is definitely freaking me out.
Yeah, it's windier than it was in that 7-Eleven, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, look, okay.
This is where the Eurasian plate meets the Philippine sea plate.
Look, they've got this little thing so I can stand in both at once.
Does it feel awesome?
I feel awesome.
You know, it'll feel even more awesome?
Yeah.
120 chips. Let me try and measure it out.
I'm gonna do a little bit of practice. Oh,
Ooh, wow.
What do you think these guys are for?
Yeah, is this for erosion from the sea or anti-tank? Speaking of which, if you zoom in out there,
It's Du Bois.
that is some sort of Navy vessel.
It's the boys. Okay, our balance is up to 141. Their balance is down to 33. They do have more stations right now,
Right.
but only by 18. So our big choice right now is, do we go south or do we go north?
Looking at where they are and under the idea of collecting as many stations as we can, I think it would be really great to go towards them, dropping 5s on every single one of those stations. Alternatively, we could keep going past them and drop 5s all the way down. If they only have 30, they could go 6 stations.
I mean, my thinking is I don't want to ever be further from the steals than they are.
Right, going beyond them gives them the advantage to come north and grab the steals.
Because very possible that what happened yesterday happens again, and we have to quickly respond to get to a steal before them.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go north. I think we could build a big wall here, you know, bolster what we just dropped.
So as we're leaving, just dropping chips.
Because then we'll force them to go back down around the south, which is going to take them a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
And everything right now is in the north.
Yep.
So box them in the south based on their low balance right now.
Yeah.
And
once we've fortified that, we almost don't ever have to come back this way.
Right. I don't know if we can ever make it 100% mathematically impossible for them to progress north.
No, but it makes it so expensive to progress.
Where it
further in the
strategically just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Should we go to the station, get on the next train north, and then we can do some math to figure out our deposits?
Sounds good.
Cooking.
Going north. Take a peek at the south here, because I don't know how this game's gonna go, and this may be the furthest south we get if we're strongholding the north.
It's a little bit of a shame because this coast is gorgeous.
It's really nice.
I'm sure Ben and Adam have some great views right now too.
I hope they do.
The wind is definitely scaring me.
You got to start from this biker and then get basically equidistant.
Okay. Oh, dude, the wind. Okay, here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Oh, dude, the fucking wind.
You're doing good.
The wind is scaring the shit out of me.
Okay, take your time. Take your time.
Put
We made a
donuts.
quick victory stop for donuts.
Oh yeah, these do look really good. They were frying them in like a wok.
Super fresh. That's really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
that is a excellent donut. Made a lot of good decisions in this town. All right, goodbye, my guy. Thanks for having us.
How awesome is this station? Really cool modern shape to it under the mountains. I'm very impressed for a town of this size.
Yeah,
Basically, Sam and I are just walking around going, cool, look at that.
that's my experience with Taiwan so far,
Oh,
basically.
look at this. Oh, donut burgers. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. Like, look at this.
Look at that.
Oh. How far do I need to get? You'll just tell me?
Yeah, it's the 4th biker. One more biker.
Gotta be almost there, right?
Yep. One more biker. And complete. Pretty good stuff. 120 chips. That could change everything.
That's really big.
They earned 120 chips.
Jeez.
Oh, that was a massive call your shot again, I guess.
Those guys are going big.
Maybe we want to make some really risky call your shots because like it's clearly working out for them.
We got to go bigger. I think this is a signal the game is changing.
We need to get back to the
Is there any
station.
chance that we can make that train?
I think we gotta just go and try to make it.
All right, Ben, the new challenge is 50 chip.
Oh, it's way down.
Way south.
Way down. That's going to be one for them.
It's in Kaohsiung. It's in our territory. So that's actually good. That
we
means that we have some chips back there
I just don't want to go back
if
that
we have
way.
to retreat.
What do you think? Because that now gives them a huge chip advantage that we thought we had the chip advantage.
Yeah.
It's actually brought them pretty much back to equal with us, but they still hold more stations.
Not only that, but they've used a lot more to secure their station. I think honestly, the only thing that we have right now going in our favor is a better map of challenges to go to. Yeah. Question is, do we still bolster with 5s on each stop?
I want to say yes, but it obviously the percentages to their chips in pocket at the moment makes it.
Well, it's like, I don't think we're going to dissuade them from coming this way at this point.
No, when they have so much.
Yeah. So it's like, if they want to come this way, they're going to come this way. Train's coming. Train. They got all these, local trains all around the country that are basically like metros.
They have a great style. Again, vintage styling, but in like perfect condition.
Look, we just really gotta hope that we can make this train, honestly. Ugh, dude, I don't know if it's possible. It leaves in 17 minutes. It says we're a 31-minute walk away.
Because the next one's not for what, like an hour?
Yeah, we lose like a whole hour, and that's an hour where they're gonna be able to fortify and earn more.
We could go back to Kaohsiung or whatever now that there's a challenge down there. I just don't think that's
No, not for 50 chips that far away.
I think we want to go to the challenge that they failed.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's what we want to do.
As long as we can break into their territory before they're able to do another steal.
Yeah, I think the question's gonna be, are we gonna be able to afford to break into their territory up there?
Well, look, when we get to the train station, let's look at the map and look at the state of the board
Yeah.
and see if we can get up there.
Okay. We got to make some decisions pretty soon because we're about to get to the stations that we didn't fortify with 5s.
Okay.
Well, they're not actually that close to the train station. They do have a train north leaving in 4 minutes, but it doesn't look like they're close enough to take that. So that makes me think that they don't intend to go north.
We thought that Ben and Adam were intentionally missing their train heading north and were going to start retreating instead, so we figured we didn't need to do any fortifying after all and left the next station with just 1 chip. But then we realized that Ben and Adam were waiting for the train north and had just missed the one we thought they were going to take, which meant that they now had plenty of time to fortify the line before they could get to our territory. Okay, now back to the show.
I think I'm game for going to 5 for the next. There's only 3 more stations, and we've only missed one, so we'd be pretty close to the maximum defenses we could build, and we could build more after that. I think that's worth it. Because I think the thing is, if they're going north, then they're either going to have to spend a ton of budget flipping stations,
Exactly.
or they're going to have to turn south and waste a ton of time.
Yeah.
So I think it's worth it, kind of regardless of what they do.
Great.
Well, Ben, we're at the station, and we were not even close to making that train.
No, that train is long gone.
That train left 15 beautiful minutes ago.
There's another one.
In an hour. All right, well, why don't you sit down? Why don't you have a little beer, huh?
Yeah,
Take a load off.
I don't know about that. What are they doing?
Here's the good news. They did not go down and try to claim the stuff between here.
It's true. There are
and there.
whole, but I mean, how many stations?
I mean, there's like 16 stations that we can go through for cheap, up to the challenge that they failed.
Yeah.
But even if they 5'd all of those, we could afford to get through it now. So if we can do all of that before a steal, we could break in all the way up to there.
Get to the challenge that they failed.
Now, could we get past that challenge and all the way up to Taipei? There's a lot more stations there. That's like 26 more stations.
That is a question for later. I think we should just go straight there.
I think that is the plan. Go to the challenge that they failed, break through a little bit of their territory. I think that's got to be the move. I am feeling a lot better now that we
have 120 chips.
Got those chips. Yeah.
Cheers. Let's try it.
Should we both, 2 people that hate beer, try this beer?
Maybe we'll love this one.
Wait. Are we there? Yeah,
we're there.
Today we'll be trying buckskin beer. We both don't like beer. Beer is just not good, Ben.
Go.
Time to go. All right, then. So, are we gonna just put down 1?
Well, actually, hold on. Let's see what they're doing, because they're heading north. Are they fortifying those lines?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They've got 5 on a bunch of these.
Okay. I mean, that is sort of what we expected.
It looks like they might be going for that 50 coin challenge up there.
Oh.
They're about to get to the station where they would stop for them.
Four more on Suaoshin Station. Hey, Adam and Ben, they're right there on the bench. Come and get them if you want them.
I don't think they're allowed to pick them up.
Oh yeah, leave them there, but you've got to put more down.
Yeah. So this challenge is the one that we saw from the train earlier, at the giant crayons.
Oh, the crayons. I was gonna say, there's not a lot around here.
There's crayons and there's coal.
Grayons, as I called them. How cool is that? It's cool. Whoa.
Okay, they just left Yuli. They're officially headed north.
They are? Okay, good call.
So we made the right decision in the end.
To reinforce with chips.
Still a question of whether we can really dissuade them, because they already have a high balance. If they're successful with the challenge they're going to have a huge balance. If we want to get to Taipei by the end of the day, again, the last train to give us sort of an hour there would leave in 54 minutes.
Ooh.
And it's an express train, so we need a reservation, so we need a couple minutes to do that.
Right, so 45 minutes.
Yeah, the good news is that they cannot make it to Taipei by the end of the day from their challenge, assuming they stop at the challenge.
Ben, let me just, for 1 second,
Tell me.
if they're stopping to do a challenge,
Oh, are you saying go past them and do the
could
steal?
we get to the Taipei steal before them? Or at the same time as them?
I mean, I don't think we don't have enough to break through to Taipei all the way. Now,
I don't know if that's true.
Do we?
Well, we
see.
have a whole lot of chips.
Let's see. Let's look.
Let me add it up, okay? Can you take out your calculator, please?
You know our games are good when we bust out the calculator.
I think the main thing is that I would love to be on that train in about 50 minutes.
Okay.
So hopefully this is something we can do relatively fast, but relatively well, because the problem is if we fail this, I think that they're heading this way, and it just makes this, we already have a failed challenge near here.
It makes it more valuable for them.
So once again, we can't fail this.
Okay. What do you think, Sam? You a big fan of crayons?
I like these crayons.
Yeah.
I'm stressed.
Who's this guy? Crayon Man?
Yeah. Ready?
Ready.
Win Crayon Masterminds.
Win Crayon Mastermind. Acquire some crayons. You will use these crayons to play a game of Mastermind. You get 1 attempt of 7 guesses, otherwise the challenge is failed. We'll explain the rules of Mastermind in a few minutes.
Do you know the game Mastermind?
No.
It's like a puzzle, random sequence. I think you have 6 colors. It's a random generated sequence of 4. It's like, do you manage to put the right ones in the right position? How good are you at like logic puzzles?
Yeah, pretty decent.
Okay, I'm not great, so this might be one.
I thought this would be up your alley.
No, I'm not very good at puzzles. Okay, so we need crayons. And the deal when we planned this was that we're not going inside because this is a children's thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk back to the street so Mike can learn the strategy.
I'm learning the rules
Yeah.
first.
So we could beat them to Taipei. If we used every single chip that we have, we could get to like just outside of Taipei Station. I think it's Nangang Station. It would use all of our chips. Now, here's the thing. They can beat us to there, but only if they get on a train in a half hour.
I think let's keep an eye on them. If they miss that train and therefore can't beat us to Taipei, we should ride all the way to Taipei, beat them to the steal, and do the steal. I think if they get on that train, then we stick to our original plan.
I wonder if they realize that they need to get on that train.
Okay, so they're at the station of their next challenge now. So it's gonna be really interesting to see
if they keep going.
If they keep going. If they keep going, I think we aren't worried about them nabbing the steal from us today.
Okay.
There's still maybe a world in which we want to make a run for it.
Yep.
First, I think let's get a seat reservation as if we want to go to Taipei.
Yeah.
And then let's get this challenge done.
Yeah.
All right, could we get a seat reservation on this to Taipei?
Seat.
Can we do standing? Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, are you feeling like a mastermind?
I'm feeling like a mind. I don't think I've mastered it quite yet.
All right, you want to get started?
Yeah, I would like a practice round.
All right, while Mike does this in practice, let's explain how Mastermind works. I've randomly generated a secret code of 4 colors. In this case, that code is green, orange, green, blue. To start out, Mike has no information, so he'll just make a random guess. He's going with purple, purple, yellow, yellow. None of those colors are in the code at all, so Mike gets nothing. But now he knows that there are no purples and no yellows. Now it's a second guess. Orange, orange, blue, blue. He now gets 2 black markers. A black marker means that Mike has the right color in the right spot. We know the secret code, so we know he has the second and fourth ones right. But Mike doesn't know which ones are right, just that 2 are correct. Now it's his third guess. Green, green, blue, blue. Mike gets 2 black markers, for the first and fourth spot being right, and a white marker, which means Mike has the right color in there, but in the wrong place. In this case, it's this green, which should be in the third spot. Okay, for the fourth guess, he's only making 1 change, swapping that first green for a pink. That's wrong, so now he gets 1 black marker and 1 white marker. He's now further off, but he's learned something. The pink crayon lost him a black marker. That means it must have been right before when it was green. For the 5th guess, Mike puts the green back at the start and moves the other green to the 3rd spot. That's great, he's got 3 of them. And then he looks back at his 2nd try and realizes that the 2nd orange might have been right. So he tries it, and boom, he's done it. He has 1 mastermind in only 5 guesses. Pretty good, considering for our real try, he gets 7.
I mean, I feel like I logicked it, but with a little bit of luck.
Do you want to do another practice round?
No, I think I understand the game.
Okay.
And I don't think taking longer to try.
Right. I feel like we over-practiced last time, and it would be great to catch this train.
Yeah.
Okay, so get ready for a real round.
Look, it's so beautiful down here. We're on the water. If we get the right angle, it'll look like we're in Spirited Away. It'll look like we're just taking the train over the water.
Ooh. I'm Totoro. Wait, no, that's a different.
Chihiro.
That's different.
I believe in you. You just got to think the shit out of this, Mike.
No, I actually think the opposite. It is to
you got to vibe it.
Exactly.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
You get 1 of each.
1 of each. That's not too helpful. Gets us somewhere. Well, let's do 1 of each, and then we'll introduce 2 greens.
You get 3 whites.
Okay, we're getting somewhere with that. So we lost our position, so 1 of those came out. We did gain 1 with the green, so we know there's a green in there. So I'm gonna move those over, and we're gonna take 2 greens and go like that. Here, I'll pull them down a bit.
You get 2 of these guys and 1 of these guys.
And 1 of these. So 1 is still out of place, 2 are in place. So first one, we had 1 right and 1 wrong. But when I moved it over, they were all wrong. So let's do this. I don't know, a blue, and see that.
3 whites.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So we've gone a little bit backwards, but I did switch some things, so we know a little bit more now.
I don't want to rush you, but to inform you, we have 7 minutes to our train.
So we had 1 right the first go, had 2 right, and now that one had 1 right. Okay, so I moved that. So that's it's got to be over here. Okay. This, so if one of those was right, correct, so maybe it's got to be this over there. So those were all in the wrong place, but it's not a blue, so let's try an orange.
All right, lock it in.
Yeah, this is our number 5, so we have 2 more guesses after this. We got 3. Okay, so I'm going to guess that it's not orange, which means I'm going to guess it's pink. Yeah.
You're happy with that?
Yeah. You won. We got it.
There we go.
Logic.
All right, let's get cleared up and let's get on that train.
Challenge successful.
I was really hoping they would fail that because we're so close to it.
If we just hop off and get a...
It's possible that we're just going to have to backtrack if we can't get enough to break through.
Look, we just have to see what the map looks like once we're done with that challenge, because we're about to get another challenge right now.
We're generating the next challenge.
Ooh, it's in Taipei.
Let me tell you, it's in Taipei. All the more reason for us to want to break through to Taipei.
And I would say sort of double bad news.
Means that
it seems like they are getting on that train, which means we cannot beat them to Taipei and do the awesome thing we wanted to do.
Not only can we not beat them to Taipei, but they're probably going to have a chance to reinforce.
They're going to be able to fortify now, so we wouldn't be able to get there anyway.
Which does mean that we will have to get off in Jiaoxi?
Jiaoxi. I mean, I don't know why I just corrected your pronunciation. I have no idea.
You sounded very confident. The place where they failed their challenge.
Yeah.
Take some seats for a little while.
Okay. So, checking on them now, they are moving and arriving in Hualien City. which means,
They must have skipped the challenge.
yeah.
That means they're making a big run north.
So we definitely want to keep dropping chips on all the stations as we pass through. We want to make this as expensive as possible.
Let me do some math.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 41.
Times 6.
We can make it mathematically impossible for them to get to Taipei.
I mean, that sounds good.
If we just dump budget
Yeah.
at every station,
Mhm.
they cannot get to Taipei. And what that means, they have to go all the way
back.
down.
Yeah. At 4 each.
I love being in control.
And what are they up to? I don't know. Presumably they're going back to Taipei. Yeah, and just like they have this big bounty of challenges in Taipei, and it's just they've completely blocked it off from us.
And look, they're continuing to fortify.
Yeah.
They're headed back up now. They're fortifying.
Yeah, I mean they're just building a wall.
So it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be very expensive for us to get to Jiaoxi, but we can do it at least.
Okay, we have to switch seats. But so I did the math. They do have the budget to get to Jiaoxi, where our failed challenge is.
So they could do a challenge there,
They could do our challenge, the
Right.
hot seat challenge,
which is now worth more.
which is now worth 12 points per successful answer. So it's possible that that would get them to, there is another challenge, the variable reward challenge there. I think if I've done my math right, for them to get from the Jiaoxi failed challenge
Yes.
to the variable challenge past it,
Right.
they would need they would need 60 coins, meaning they would need to answer 5 questions right.
Cool.
Wait, I find that hard to believe. 3, I think, is doable, to be honest. I think we kind of just fumbled it.
Yes.
4 starts to get very challenging. I don't know if you can do 5.
No.
But I feel like they're going to be high risk, high reward mentality with it. So I feel like they'll make a really high bet
Because they've been really hot lately.
and then maybe fail.
Yes.
We do have to keep in mind, they failed the challenge we're about to do, which would indicate that it's hard.
Yeah, but it is a call your shot, which means
True,
we
so
can
we
make
could be
it
a little bit more
easier.
modest with it.
I mean, is there a world in which we want to go for the other variable reward challenge to prevent them from getting it?
Yeah, potentially. Because I think they're seeing that as their opportunity right now.
If we go to the variable reward closer,
Right.
and we take it from the map, as long as we leave there before they would go through there,
Right.
I think we could 100% prevent them from getting to Taipei.
Okay.
Because assuming they can't get more than 60 coins.
Right. And then they
First
can't.
variable.
And then they can't get to the variable, which means they then have to turn around and go
And waste
all
a
the
ton of
way
time.
back.
Which I think is huge. I think if we go to the variable, it's checkmate.
All right.
There's
Flip.
Jin Chang.
Flip.
6 chips down. We have started flipping their territory at great expense.
I just flipped the switch.
Good job.
Flip. It's a song. That's a song that I was referencing.
That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like when we're playing.
That's what we're working
It looks prettier when you watch it. It's a cool map and stuff.
Yeah, we just have Google Sheets.
It's not right that I had to relearn Excel.
Hey, Sam.
Yes.
Should I put some more coins down on the station?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give them all the coins.
Oh, yeah. That's another 4. It doesn't matter how small or rural the station, we're putting down 4. 4 more. We're back at the cat village. And even here, we're dropping 4.
Wow. Mike and Sam's territory is beautiful. Oh, no, that way, Ben.
Well, it's our territory now.
Oh. Huh. That's where they did their challenge. If it makes you feel any better, we've got a huge advantage on how many stations we've got. It's crazy that we're in the lead by so much, but I feel like we're losing because we're in such a worse position.
Yeah.
Geographically.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's just like we are in the lead, but we could be about to just lose a ton of time.
Yeah. Let that leave your mind. We got to focus on this challenge. Maybe we can get enough on this challenge to break through.
Okay. Welcome to Jiaoxi. How do we get out of here?
A lot going on out here. That garbage truck sings such a loud song.
Arriving in Nuan Nuan, a town so nice they named it twice.
Welcome to Nuan Nuan.
This is like we've been delivered straight into the jungle.
Oh yeah, it's humid here.
It is. What is here? A challenge, I guess.
Yeah, it's just outside of the station. So let's get there, and then what we do, it kind of might depend on what they do.
As to whether we do the challenge or not?
As to whether we do it, how we do it. I'll explain more in a second, but I think there's some complex strategy here. All right, they're approaching the springs.
Okay, so they are doing the challenge.
They're definitely doing the challenge, yeah.
We have that confirmed.
All right. Well, we made it. This does appear to be, according to the signs, a hot spring park, which is a little more my speed.
Yeah,
I'm
seems
sort of
nice.
sick of the monkey mountain bullshit. But anyway, let's see what they failed. Be in the hot seat.
Be in the hot seat. You are now at one of Jiaoxi's many famous hot springs, but you aren't here to relax. You are in the hot seat. While in the hot spring, one team member must correctly answer as many trivia questions as they can in 60 seconds. You can earn 8 chips per correctly answered question, but you must call your shot beforehand. If you do not reach the number of correct answers you predicted, you earn nothing and the challenge is failed. The question asker can read the questions before you call your shot, but cannot discuss any specifics with their teammate.
Which of us should ask and which should answer?
The thing is, we don't know what these questions are about,
We
right?
don't.
Like, if they were like, this is Lego Star Wars trivia, I would be like, put me in. You do like a trivia league, don't you?
I'm a trivia boy. Yeah.
This is not a thing that I do. Okay, I think we will have you answer the questions, and I will read the questions, and we will determine how many. Should we?
Let's maybe go find the hot spring while you read the questions.
Okay.
And then we can discuss.
Let me take a look.
So I'm trying to think. So like one factor for us is the map is really advantageous to us right now.
Right.
Meaning, in some ways, we don't want to mess with it.
Right.
Because we don't want something to flop down that would make their route to Taipei a lot easier. But on the other hand, if they're successful in the challenge with enough budget to get here, we definitely need to wipe the challenge from the map.
Right, we want to get it off the map.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, do we want to wait to pull the challenge until maybe we hear what they've done?
Okay.
Does that make sense? I mean, we burn time, and we only have so long until the last train back to Taipei.
They're doing a quiz. They literally have 1 minute to answer as many questions as they can.
So it shouldn't take too long.
It won't take long. So we should definitely wait.
I think we should wait. Okay, let's find a waiting spot.
Lots of hot spring action over here. We should just find an area where we're going to be the least disruptive to people.
Sure. Oh my God, they have a little dog at the hot spring.
So Ben, how many questions are we looking at total here?
So there are 13.
Okay. But we only have 60 seconds.
We only have 60 seconds. So, you know,
and you have to ask the question too.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that there is a chance that I could get 10 of them? That's what we would need to get to Taipei.
6 seconds per question. I mean, it seems...
Could we practice with like some made up questions? How fast can we get some? We can vibe out, like, how long does it take you to read a question and for us to answer?
Yeah. Let me just pull up some random trivia questions. Okay.
And go.
How many colors are in the rainbow?
7.
What insects never sleep?
I don't know, bees, flies, mosquitoes.
There's a lot of mosquitoes here.
Yeah, kind of annoying.
You're getting bit.
Oh, my own blood.
What is the only animal with 4 knees?
4 knees. Elephant.
I've ran out of random trivia questions.
Okay. So we did 6 and 40. So we did.
But those were easier than the ones we would be dealing with.
We were not even on pace for me to answer 10 with the easy ones that we tried. So what would be a reasonable number, like 6?
10 seconds per question.
Yeah. It's also possible that they fail their challenge.
Have they stopped?
They've stopped. I mean, it actually wouldn't be crazy, Ben,
To see if they fail?
If they fail. If they fail the challenge, I think we should go for what we need to get to that.
Okay, how many stations is that?
In order to get there, we would only need 58 more coins. So we would just need 5 questions.
I think 5 seems pretty safe.
I mean, keep in mind, though, we would need at that challenge to earn 54 chips.
Right. So I think we could probably pull off 6.
I don't think it's, if you think it's like the difference between 5 and 6 could do it.
It's very hard to say.
I think we should wait and see if they fail their challenge.
Unless they're waiting us out right now.
All right. The waiting game. We don't want to waste too much time. If they succeed, we definitely should do this.
Right.
If they succeed with enough budget to get here, which is 58, a win of 58, which for them would mean answering 5 questions, we 100% do this, and we do whatever we need to wipe it off the board, even, the minimum bet.
Right.
If they fail, that's when things get interesting.
I mean, it should be 5 to 10 minutes maximum.
Unless they realize the value of wasting time.
Gosh, they're making us wait, and these mosquitoes are eating us alive out here.
Yeah. All right, they're really taking their time. Do you think they're strategically delaying? Yeah, maybe they at least want to make us miss that next train out of here or something.
Yeah.
If we miss that, we can still get most of the way to Taipei.
But we won't make it tonight.
No, which is probably fine as long as they don't get some crazy points haul now in a way where them being on the train that we want to take to Taipei would be a problem. Or getting in front of us, because I think they could have an express train, whereas we're on a local stop.
I think we could get 6.
You think 6?
I think we could probably get 6.
5 is all we need to get to that next one.
I just don't think that the difference between 5 or 6 is that much, right? In terms of difficulty.
Okay.
This is one of those things where I'm I don't know, maybe I'm really,
Okay, let's go for 6.
Our train's in the station now.
There goes our ride.
Oh no, that's our train.
So that confirms that.
Okay, well, I guess we are not making it all the way to Taipei Central tonight.
Oh, it's a lot hotter than I thought it would be. Oh my God.
You're in the hot seat.
Jesus. Are they all like that? No, this one's normal.
In the hot spring?
I'm in the spring.
Feeling hot?
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Go.
Taiwanese film director Ang Lee has won 2 Best Director Oscars. Name a film he directed.
A film, Life of Pi.
Correct. What notable jet lag filming locale anagrams to Ethan Slop?
Pass.
At the time of writing, what is the most viewed video on the Jet Lag the Game YouTube channel?
Tag episode 1, Tag season 1, episode 1.
Yep. Including this one, how many people have completed in at least 1 full season of Jet Lag the Game?
Me, you, Sam, MacColl. 3 winners, 3 losers, 10.
Correct. Taiwan is one of 4 Asian tigers, 4 economies that grew and industrialized rapidly between the 1950s and 1980s. Name one of the other 3.
Singapore.
Yep. Taiwan is the 9th most densely populated country in the world per Wikipedia. Name one that outranked it.
Bangladesh.
Yep. In what decade was the...
Time.
That was 5. Well, we ought to let him know.
Oh, they failed! We knew it! We knew it!
All right, let's go. Big moves from some big boys. This is exciting stuff.
Look,
no
still,
Taipei for y'all.
We've got more stations still. Remember, still
boxed
more
out.
I got
stations.
Boxed
five.
out.
I got
Denied.
five. I got 5
Denied.
words for you.
No, you don't.
Never count the boys out.
Never count them out. And if the game ended
No
right now, we
Taipei
would
for
win.
y'all. But
Stop
it's
the count.
not.
Stop
No,
the
that-
count. Stop the count.
Look, you want to know what's going to happen next? I got 1 word for you.
The scoreboard is a lie.
That was way more than 1. My 1 word was Nebula.
Nebula.
Okay. Wait, I gotta sneeze. No, it went away.
Anyway, Nebula is a wonderful subscription service that is creator-run, creator-owned, creator-founded. And not only does it have, obviously, every episode of Jet Lag 1 week early, not only does it have the Layover podcast, our exclusive after show podcast, where we break down every week's episode, not only does it have, at this point, have we made a dozen Nebula originals? No, probably not a dozen. Half a
Close
dozen?
to it. More
We've
than
made
half.
a lot of
Yeah.
Nebula originals, and we'll pop them all up right now. You want to know one new thing that's on Nebula right now? It's a series called A Bit Obscure. It's by A Bit Frank. And A Bit Frank goes on site to basically creepy places and checks them out and tells you all about them. So if you're watching Jet Lag and you're saying, this is pretty good, but I wish that it was creepy. Well,
I could do my vampire voice.
Yes.
that's true. Do it. Do the call to action, which is the last part of the read, in a vampire voice. Go.
Okay. Do you think that Nebula costs too much money? Well. If you sign up at our link /jetlag, you get 50% off an annual plan.